What is going on, everybody? My name is Pete, but you probably already knew that. But in case you didn't, you guys are watching the one and only Paid to Drive, and of course, Paid to Drive vlogs coming at you. I hope you're all having a great one out there. Ladies and gentlemen, if you drive for any of the apps in the gig economy, such as GrubHub, DoorDash, Uber Eats, or any of the others, this is the channel for you to stay up to date with what is going on. So get started right now for free. Hit that red subscribe button down below. Turn on all notifications with that little bell to the right so you don't miss anything. And real quick, if you could hit that like button down below, it just lets YouTube know you're enjoying the videos and it really helps me out. So let's jump on into this. So I have heard of this happening in the past, okay? It tends to happen to more female drivers than male drivers. So everyone just keep your ears open and always be aware of this particular situation and how you want to handle it. Again, I'm giving my suggestion, okay? You can, you're an adult. You can handle this however you see fit. But Sue, she spells her name S-U-E, so everyone say thank you to Sue for being brave enough to let us know about this. She says the following. Hi, Pete. I've been a dasher for the last 10 months, and I work in the western suburbs of Chicago. Do we have any other Chicago residents here? Put it in the chat or the comments. What market do you work in? Put that in the chat or the comments right now. I'm wondering if this has ever happened to any of your followers. Please tell them to be aware and obviously don't do this. I was dashing on the late night shift at about 3 o'clock in the morning. Friday night when I delivered a $6 McDonald's order. It was a milkshake and a McFlurry. I get back in my car and I get a message from the customer. Would I like to come in for a drink? I texted him back that I had to go for gas and he said that he would pay for my gas. Then I received a phone call from him. How did he get my number after I finished the dash? I told him that I was sorry, but I couldn't. I had other orders to do and it wasn't going to happen. What are your thoughts on this? Mine are OMG and hell no. So, I have heard this happening, okay? And it did happen to another female driver, okay? Again, she even says don't do this. I'm even recommending you don't do this because, again, you don't know this person from Adam. You just don't, okay? Now, this might sound like, I'm sure there's people in the comments saying, well, Pete, this is pretty obvious. Well, there's over 1 million dashers out there. So out of 1 million dashers, maybe a few may fall for something like this, especially how the guy is saying, well, I'll pay for your gas, da-da-da-da-da. I'm sure if we can use our imagination, we probably know what this person's intention was, okay? Again, you're an independent contractor. You are not an employee of DoorDash or GrubHub or Uber Eats. If you want to go meet up with a customer, that is completely up to you. Because anytime I've said I want to look out for people or try and protect people, I got yelled at saying, well, we're adults, Pete, so, you shouldn't tell us what to do. So I'm not telling you what to do, okay? But, I just couldn't see anything good coming of a situation like this. I just couldn't. It's an unfortunate situation, to be put in. It's very awkward, Now, here's the thing. If it wasn't Sue, let's say it's somebody else that's, down and out. They're really, short on money or whatever. And it's like, well, they did say they would pay for my gas or whatever. Be very careful. Just be, you know how they say don't talk to strangers? It applies as an adult as well. Okay. So it really, it's the real world, man. That's just what it comes down to. This is the real world, and people are going to do what people are going to do. And then she even mentions, I had other orders to do, and it just wasn't going to happen, I'm just curious, out of anyone watching out there in the chat or the comments, have you ever had something like this proposed to you? And it's up to you if you want to share. Did you accept? Did you not accept? How did you handle it? And the part about saying I texted him back that I had, then I received a phone call from him. How did he get my number after I finished the dash? So, at least coming from a customer's perspective, when a dash is over, whenever somebody delivers on any of the apps, I always send them a text, or at least if I try to remember, I would say 9 times out of 10, I will text them back and say, like, thank you so much, really appreciate it. Or if a drink was forgotten, I'll just be like, hey, I just want to let you know there was a drink that got forgotten. Don't worry about it. I'll just contact DoorDash and have them clear that out or whatever. You know, usually I think they give you like a grace period from the point that the dasher ends the dash. I believe this also happens on GrubHub and Uber Eats because they give you like that generic number. I think it still allows you to contact the driver or the dasher for at least another like 10 or 15 minutes. And then like, it'll say like can't connect. So I think that's how they got, you know, in touch with you. I don't think they actually called your real number. I think they just called like the spoof number that DoorDash assigns when you contact the customer. So I wouldn't worry about the customer like reaching out at other times. But of course, just block the number, you know, if it keeps happening. So those are my thoughts on that. For all of you guys watching in the chat or the comments, I mean, how would you have handled this situation? Would you have handled it the way Sue did? Would you have handled it a different way? Let us know in the comment section. I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say about that. And if you guys ever want to send me a story or whatever, email it to paidtodrivestories@gmail.com. But if you want a faster way to contact me, you can reach out on Patreon through the app or the website at patreon.com/paidtodrive. These people give a little something every month to support the channel. And my way of saying thank you is I shout you out in all the new videos. And when you hear your name called, say, hey, Pete, I heard my name. Link is in the description down below or in the pinned top comment if you'd like to sign up. And we got Brian Pomeroy, Heidi Barnes, Joe Valerio, Kurt Paul, Lee Peacock, Tulsa Todd, William Boudreau, Agus, Alan G. Van Horn, Drew Hanor, Fernando Carranza, Frank Haviland, Fresh One, Jason Casta, Justin Case, Lulu Laura, Natalie Mosley, Sarah Keston, Scott Freisner, Sherry Cassidy, Stephen Neely, Brian Richardson, Ginny Thomas, John Bonacci, Matt Epperson, Nick G, Stacy Miller, Terrence Pacheco, and Valerie Brown. Valerie Brown. That's right, everybody. Links down below or in the pinned top comment if you want to sign up. And of course, everybody, of course. Anybody know that song? All right. Download the Get Upside Gas app. I know I mention it every day. If you haven't signed up, links down below. Make sure to check it out. It's a free app for your smartphone. Download it from the link in the description. Go to your gas station, pump your gas, print out your receipt, take a picture of your receipt with the Get Upside Gas app, and within 48 hours or so, you'll get anywhere from 15 cents to 45 cents a gallon back, which is pretty fantastic. And if a friend or family member signs up using your code, you'll get paid every time they pump gas. It's called Get Upside. Links in the description. Make sure to download it. And of course, everybody, if you want to get one of these all right t-shirts, you can go get one and many more like it. Get your t-shirts, hoodies, and goodies over at paidtodrivestore.com. That's the place for you. paidtodrivestore.com. Go check it out. All right, everything's on sale. And if you made it to the end of this video, leave a comment saying end 758, end 758. And until next time, my friends, get that money, get that honey, keep hustling, keep bustling, and we'll see you next time right here on Paid to Drive and Paid to Drive Vlogs. Be sure to hit that red subscribe button and tap that like, and we'll see you on the next one. Drive safe, everybody.